Hello scale modelers from YouTube, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you the actual status of my build for the 2022 GT Group build, hosted by Keith, from Keith S Models and RC YouTube channel. As I showed in the entry video, my option was to build the Jägermeister 1976 Porsche Turbo RSR, Type 934, from Tamiya, number 24328, in 1/24 scale. The kit comes in a rigid box with opening from the top, and around the box we have pictures of all sides of the car, that give us a view from all angles, namely the details of the livery and decals placement. As indicated on the box, photo-etched parts are included. Now, let me show you the actual status of the build, with a quick review of my building process. Following the instructions manual, I started by the chassis. As this kit is a curbside model, the engine and gearbox are minimal, they are fixed to the chassis, and they will be only visible from underside. Therefore, after primer all these elements with gray primer, I painted the engine and gearbox with aluminum. Then, I masked them, and painted the rest of the chassis with orange, TS12, from Tamiya. After detail paint the engine and gearbox, I used the Tamiya panel line accent color black, to highlight some details, and I painted and installed all the rest of the rear elements, like suspension, rear axle, and exhaust system, which I dry brushed with gold and clear blue, to give it a burn metal aspect. I detail painted the suspension and the front axle elements. Then, I installed them into the front of the chassis. The front and rear disc brakes were also detail painted and installed. Aluminum for the disc brakes, magnesium for the calipers, and gold for the center axle. The front suspension was painted flat black, with the coilers silver. After that, I weathered all the chassis elements. The black parts, I dry brushed them with silver, and for all the rest I used the soot and rust compounds, from the Tamiya Weathering Master B. My idea was to make a light weathering effect, just to give the chassis components a more realistic and used look. Finally, I installed the correspondent photo-etched parts on the front radiators. For the wheels, I'm planning to replace the kit tires by other ones that I ordered from eBay, with the Dunlop pre-printed lettering. I'm not yet sure if I can use these new tires, but if not, I will use the ones that came with the kit. Meanwhile, I painted the spokes and the rims with gold, as described in the instructions manual. I built the interior out of the box, without additional details. The interior tube and the dashboard were painted with semi-gloss black. The roll cage, as well as the bucket seat, were painted flat black, and I covered the backside of the bucket seat with a carbon fiber decal. The steering wheel was also painted flat black, with the spokes painted with magnesium, and for the seat belts, as well as for the gauges, I used the decals that came with the kit. Before painting the body, I had to sand some of the mold lines, like the ones on the top of the front fenders, and then, I painted it with a gray primer, which makes it possible to highlight any imperfections, and smooth them again, if necessary. When I thought it was good enough, I painted the complete body with the orange, TS12, from Tamiya. And after dry, I painted the black areas, like body interior, the trims around the windows, the front and rear bumpers as well as the trims on each side of the car. I blackwashed the panel lines of the doors, of the hood, and of the trunk, with Tamiya panel line accent color, and I installed the rear bumper guards, and the rear spoiler, that were previously painted black. Then, it was time to install the side mirrors, the door handles, the front lights, and the tail lights, as well as place all the body decals, and clear coat the body with gloss varnish. To finalize the body, after the clear coat was cured, I installed all the windows, the windshield wipers, the decal on the top of the front window, and on the front, the photo-etched grills. Then, at the rear I also installed the grills on the top of the trunk, and I wet sanded, and polished some areas of the body. Now, the body is finished, and so far, I am happy with the result of this build, and I hope you also like it. To finalize the build, I need to wait to receive the new tires, and check if I can use them or not. But this decision, and the final assembly will be on the next video. So, stay tuned for it, and for that final reveal. Thanks to all my subscribers, and thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and comment down below, with any question or feedback. See you in the next video.